Let me know if y'all can hear me. Just let me know if y'all can hear me, cause um I don't know what's going on with my stuff. Everything was freezing up, so that's why I kept stopping the music and stuff. So I'm just trying to see if y'all can hear me. If y'all can hear me, let me know if y'all can hear me. Oh baby, this beeping finna get on my nerves too, but I'm not tall enough. My ceiling's too high. Y'all gonna have to excuse the beeping. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Yay, no. Let me start over because I don't know if anybody responding or anything. Okay, yeah. See, I ain't have none of that. Y'all responding or anything like that. My stuff is just like lagging or whatever. Salute Harper, Bun Sheila. What's up, Daniel Berry? Hey, One Deep. Hey, Cake Being Baked. Salute, Pretty Black. Hey, Mr. T. Hey, Freshie. Hey, YouTube camera. Salute, y'all. Salute, salute. I just wanted to go live because I know it's a lot of bullshit that's going on. But I want to go live because I've been like really wanting to talk about this. I don't know if y'all been paying attention or been hearing about this chick called Bipolar Cutie. Um I don't know. I have like, when I first seen it, I was looking at what was going on as far as, her stories that she was putting out. Hey Wish. Salute, salute, Mr. T. Miss you too, Freshie. I know Fresh Chocolate. I know. Um, but I don't know if y'all been like keeping up with old girl. Thank you. Let's go find you something else. Cutie. I just, I've been paying attention because at first, like, I was like strolling on TikTok, and then I came across her one story or whatever. No, somebody else had played her story, that just the part, I think it was like part two or whatever. And so I was like, well, damn, So me, I'm going through trying to find. I didn't know her name at the time, but I'm going through like trying to find who she is and hold on, baby, let me catch your cup. Find who she is and so I can get like all the parts to it, because that person only had part one and two on their stuff, and then I'm like, well, shit, where's three, four? What? I need it all the way to the ending. So, what's up, Lex? Happy Sunday. Like, why these kids want to follow me now? I don't know. Ice cream cup. That's the ice cream truck. Yeah. And no, don't hurt the one. I've always been told that. But anywho, like I've been, I started paying attention and listening. So she spoke on the story about like how her baby daddy was unalived by his girlfriend, because she got pregnant. That was the story at hand on what she brought to the table, and it went viral and stuff. And she talking about she didn't know it was gonna go viral. Mom, but she like hard. Okay, put it down. You're not getting it. Wow. And so, like I said, I was sitting there paying. What's up, Snow? I was sitting there paying attention on what she was saying, and I mean, she like her expressions that um her, like she was crying and shit. I felt sorry, because I was like, damn, like this a fucked up situation. Salute, Casanova. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Nicole. But she looked like, what I'm saying, like she was telling the truth, like, what I'm saying, she touched me, because I was like, damn, like she went to go on and say, like, what I'm saying, she met the guy after, she had a marriage, she been married for like 15 years, she stayed in Houston, and so, after she, her and her husband, they were supposed to get a divorce or whatever, he put her out. That's what she said. He put her out. She had no choice but to move back to Mississippi, where she was from. Where she from is a small city, and everybody know everybody. And so she goes on to say, like, she met the guy in Family Dollar. Um, she gave me the number, and she was like, what I'm saying, I really don't want nobody. Stop it. I really don't want nobody. I don't want to be in no relationship. I just, what I'm saying, she was vulnerable, but she was just looking for a friend at that time. She wanted to have fun. Started messing with the dude, had no clue that he had anybody. Um, she said after the fact that him and her, they started kicking it or whatever, then, he started showing her, like, damn, he ain't got nobody and stuff, and she fell for it. And, she said probably like 3 months after them messing around, she told him that she was pregnant. So he was like, what I'm saying, okay, I guess they was gonna take care of the baby and stuff. And then she was like, after that, he had came to her aunt's house because that's what she was staying with. And then he had told her, hey, come on, let's go to my house and stuff. She was like, she ain't never been to his house. And she was like, I know a lot of females may say something, but I just never been to his house. So I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, it's understandable. Sometimes you gotta watch yourself and all like that. If you don't want to bring him to your aunt's house, I mean, you don't want to go to his house right then and there, you can wait. So she ended up, going over there, and she was like they was into some passionate sex. And so, hold on. What's up, 713? But they was into some passionate sex or whatever. She said, so she started hearing something like somebody opening up the door, and she asked him, and he was like, he don't hear nothing and all like that. So she was like, she was on top riding it and all like that. And so she said she started hearing it again, like somebody's about to open up the door. And so she was like, at that time she was off on the sex because she just felt like um, you know, it was something like, she was hearing something, and it just threw her off her sex game. So he ended up getting on top of her, and they end up having sex. He started kissing on her basically to make her fall back into, get interested back in the sex and stuff. And so she said all she heard was, something go pow, like, and how big his eyes got looking at her. He sat up, she was staring at him for a little bit before he ended up falling down. Um, falling down on her, and then that's when she noticed it was real because blood started coming out on her. We talking about Pookie now. We talking about bipolar kitty. I mean cutie. So I'm like, okay, I'm paying attention. So, and then she went to crying and stuff. How she, she said she couldn't call the police. She, the first person, she said she couldn't find the phone. She was trying to find the phone. She said at this time she heard somebody running in the house, like, Um, so she was trying to find the phone. Then all of a sudden she found her phone. And then she ended up calling her mama. So she called her mama. The mama was like, oh my God, like what you gonna do? Like call the police and stuff like that. At that time her mama called the police, and she was like, she just ran into the bathroom because she was scared to leave and locked herself in there until, her mom and the police got there. She heard the police talking about the police is here, who's in here, who's in here. And then, she said she never responded because she was scared. And then she said she heard her mama voice, and then that's when she ran out the bathroom with her hands up and all like that. Hey, Roasted Toast. So then she goes on to say, like, the family started talking shit to her and all like that because they said that she, had something to do with it, his demise and all like that. And she said, no, she don't have anything to do with, that, she didn't know what it was. But after, like, her mom says she got questioned the next day because, she was just in shock. Her mom was like, can this wait till tomorrow? Well, that day, that same night, she said that there was something like another Erda happened, a situation, and then she went on to say like it was a female that had got ill, she committed suicide. And so it was a note basically saying that she ill the baby daddy because if she wasn't gonna be with him, nobody else would and stuff. And and basically that kind of solved the murder and stuff. That's what she said. I mean, this bitch was boo-hoo crying, y'all. Boo-hoo crying. She had so many tears in her eyes. I believed the girl. I believed her because I was just like, dang, like, did some sad stuff on top of. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to play it though. I'm about to play it. So, hold on, y'all. I'm getting to it. But I just thought like this was crazy. Hey, Nika. No, Nika, it's not true. It is not true. But I'm about to play this because I just, I got caught up with this. Like, it was crazy. I was into it. So if y'all ain't here, I'm about to play this and y'all finna see. Thank you, AZ King. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn it up. How my baby daddy's girlfriend unalived him for giving me pregnant. Okay. First of all, I did not know he had a girlfriend. Second of all, I found out that I was baby mama number 13. Hey, Tammy Lynn. Okay. And I had not a clue. None of this, none of this, none of this. And so let's just start story. So I was married for 15 years when I was staying in Houston, Texas with my then husband and our kids. At that point, me and my ex-husband ended up leaving me and my kids homeless. Like took everything. Nothing. We had nothing. Absolutely nothing. Took everything from us or whatnot and left us homeless. So then I ended up having to move back to Mississippi, where I'm originally from. I'm from Mississippi. So when I moved back to Mississippi, it had been 15 plus years since I had lived in Mississippi. I lived in Houston for 15 years, but I had been gone from my hometown for probably about 18 years, 18, 19 years or whatnot. So moving back home, and everybody had to grew up. You get what I'm saying? That's over a decade. People change. Now, I knew my baby daddy forever. I've been knowing him since we were young kids. I used to mess with him back in the day. So when I came back home, I was very, very vulnerable. I had nobody, no nothing to talk to or anything. So when I seen him one day, we was in the store, and I seen him, and he was like, "What's up, Ken?" Or well, not look, and it was him, and I'm like, "What's up?" I wasn't thinking that of it, but it had been a minute. I was going through some stuff. I needed a friend. I had nobody. So me and him decided that we was gonna link up and start kicking it, which we did. We linked up. We started kicking it. I started entertaining him. He started entertaining me. Then our chemistry started to rise or whatnot. So I'm feeling him at this point. Like I'm going through so much mentally. I'm not thinking like this is just you get what I'm saying, vulnerability. I'm looking at it like I got me kind of like a sneaky link or something like that. Something to entertain my time. So I won't go into depression and stuff because I was real depressed and messed up at that moment during those times. So we started linking up, kicking it tough, y'all. He put smiles all on my face. I mean, the sex was awesome, awesome. Okay, like everything was good. We would kick it every day. I had no idea that he even had nobody. You couldn't even tell he had nobody. You feel me? At least I didn't think that. Hey, okay. So that's the first one. This is when she met him. Yes, Nika, clout is a hell of a drug. I got you, South Memphis. Hold on. She lied. So the husband thing, her being put out, that's a whole totally different thing too. Her name is Bipolar Cutie, AZ King. Her name is Bipolar Cutie. So hey Pam, hey OC girl. Thank you, Mr. T, for the super chat. Hey Bless Highly, salute, salute. So, okay, so that's the first time, like, this is how she quote unquote met the guy and all like this. She didn't know nothing about him. I mean, well, she knew him just because it's a small town, but it was not nothing like that, as she said. Didn't know anything about him at that time. Thank you again, Mr. T. Shout out for that super sticker. Okay, so let me get to the next one.
So the man started spending like tons and tons and tons of money on me, okay? On me and my kids. And at that point I ain't have nothing. I'm thinking like, hey, you get what I'm saying? Like he really
Thank you, Pam, for being a member for 9 months. Thank you, thank you. Hey, comeback record.
brightening up my day, my spirit, my everything. I don't know, he was almost like my night shine until one day I started getting these strange text messages to my phone. Strange text messages to my phone. And it was just like, basically, if you don't leave my man alone, then we're going to have problems. Okay, hence, I'm not messing with nobody else's man. I'm only messing with this man, and this man is my boo. And this is a small town we stay in. Everybody know everybody's business. So I
Hold on. Hey, Bib, girl, where you been? Thank you, Can't Get Right, for being a new member. Thank you, Salute King.
had never heard, though, that he had nobody. You just couldn't even tell that he had nobody. We together every day, all day. We going on shopping trips. We going out to eat publicly. Nothing was hidden or nothing, y'all. So it confused the mess out of me. I know what I know now, and I'm gonna get to that on how in the world he was hiding that or whatnot. But um, we kicking it too. Then I started getting the text messages and whatnot. Okay, not only did I start getting text messages, I started getting somebody riding and creeping by my auntie house because I'm staying with my auntie at the time. Just riding and creeping, riding and creeping. So I'm not paying anything, no attention or whatnot. I'm seeing it, but it ain't registering in my head, this for me. When I told him about the text messages that I was getting, he was all keen. I don't know who that is or whatnot. That ain't for me. He was making a joke. He was like, you must be cheating on me. You must be cheating on me. And I was like, I'm not cheating on you or whatnot. So we let that go. All right. That night we end up having SEX, okay? That night we end up having SEX. I say we had been screwing at this point for probably about 4 months. No, like 3 months. Then I get pregnant. So I tell him that I'm pregnant. I see him the stuff to his phone. I see him everything to his phone. So that night he ended up coming over my house or whatnot, my auntie house where I was staying. And I never forget it. He was like, come on, babe. Like, we finna go to my house. That was my first time actually going to his house. So I'm like, okay, babe, let's go. Or whatnot. We supposed to Netflix and chilling or whatnot. We laid up. I mean, kicking it. He got his arms around me. I'm around him. We kissing. One thing led to another. We end upstairs in the bedroom. When we get upstairs in the bedroom, I mean, he flipping me over. I'm on top. When I tell y'all I'm on top at this point, I'm talking about ride, ride, ride. I started hearing somebody like they coming in the door. And that scared the mess out of me because so
Okay, Nika. Now, I found another page with her name. It was her actual name. So, come to find out, she met him through her favorite cousin. And he told her not to mess with her, not to mess with him because he has shit going on and it just don't mess with him. She already was she had already fucked him at that point of time. So it's another one, Nika, another page that she put out there like she knew that he had somebody. She knew that he had 12 kids. The man had already told her everything before, what I'm saying, they started messing around because she asked him after her cousin told her about him. Hey, Shayno. She after she asked him and he was like, yeah, I got this going on, whoop the woo. He knew that she knew that he was like somebody he been with for like 20 years and all like that. She knew about all that. He told her. You know what I'm saying? This was on her page. Yes. So, that page ain't getting no attraction. She got like 208 followers on it. So that's probably why you wouldn't find. But I started listening to somebody else and I wasn't digging myself. So she got another page. Only seen the one dude who shared it. Yeah. So yeah, she got another page, and that's the crazy thing. And she already told the story because it says never mess with somebody else man. Like that's what she put in bold letters, you know what I'm saying, when she was telling the story. So she's a liar. But she a good storyteller. Like most definitely.
Part three of my baby daddy's girlfriend
Hey sweet babe.
unalived him for getting me pregnant. So, where I left off at in the last video, we started hearing what I did. I heard like somebody trying to open the door. It's like I heard it like they was turning it slow. You can kind of hear the creep, kind of like turning it slow. He's so into it. I'm into it too, but I catch everything. So it scared me. So when it scared me, I jumped up. I'm like, hold on. You don't hear nobody opening that door or whatnot. So he like, they like, you don't hear nothing. Like, it's just the crips and crevices basically that I'm hearing. He's like, it's a big house, so it's quiet. And it's an older house, but it's a big house. So we thinking it's just the crips and crevices. He never got up to look because we so deep into the SEX. You feel me? So as we continue on, he flipped me over. Well, not because I'm thrown off at this point. I don't even want to keep going. I'm like, go check, go check. He get the kissing back on me, and he like, nah, babe, like, calm down. It's just in your mind. Just calm down. Ain't nobody here but us, or whatnot. All right. As he on top of me, he kissing me. He making me more and more relaxed or whatnot. So we getting back into it. At this point, he is on top of me. We're back into it. Next thing you know, literally at the blink, it just went so fast. I can't even fathom the thought. It went so fast. I heard a boom. That's what you heard. You heard a boom. And somebody just cut out. I'm so shocked and startled. I don't even know what. Like, he looking at me like this. That's how he was
So
looking at me, like he
he
was
had the
stuck.
bug eyes,
I
y'all.
don't
He had the
even
bug
think he
eyes.
realized he was shot. To be honest, he was stuck. I didn't realize he was shot or whatnot. I don't know. It just went so fast. I hate this part. I hate even thinking about this part, y'all. The look in his eyes was a blank stare, and it just threw me completely off. Next thing you
Okay,
know,
Nika.
he just fall over on top of me. He fall over on top of me. I'm stuck. I'm hearing somebody run. I'm hearing somebody run, but I'm not seeing who, nothing. Like, I ain't see nothing. I can't tell y'all I seen her shoot him because I didn't see her.
Hey BTS.
How I found out, but hold on, I'm moving too fast. So, all right. As he laying on top of me at this point. Now I'm screaming. Ah, you get what I'm saying? I'm realizing because I'm seeing the blood just pour out at this point.
Hey Kimberly.
Ah, she shot him in the back of his neck, and the blood just started oozing out. It just everywhere. I'm screaming. I'm shocked. Don't know what's going on. I'm scared. I don't want to go out the bedroom because I don't know who just did this. I don't know if they still in the house. I heard them run, but I don't know what's going on. My mind ain't registering literally what's going on. All I know is he done been shot. So I get up, or when I rush to the door and I close the door. As I closed the door and I locked the door, I hate thinking about this part. I locked the door, y'all. Everything was just going. Mind spinning. I'm looking for my phone. Can't find my phone for nothing. I'm just looking and searching through everything. Somehow, I don't even know how in the world I got the phone in my hand. All this stuff right there at this point is a blur. And somehow I get the phone or whatnot after searching through everything. I get the phone. I'm calling. I'm trying to call. I'm trying to call anybody. The first person that I called, ended up calling, was my own mom. I called my mom. Mom, so and so been shot. So and so been shot. Or whatnot. Did you call the police? Did you call the police? I'm like, I ain't called nobody. I ain't called nobody. So and so, she's like, where y'all at? Where y'all at?
Oh shit, hold on, y'all.
Let me. Hey y'all, this is a cute. I'm trying to tell her where I'm at or whatnot. Y'all, town so small. I'm telling her where I'm at, our location and everything. She called the police. My mama called. I'm finna call the police. I'm finna call the police. Kenny, get out of there. Get out of there. Y'all, I'm so scared for to go downstairs because I don't know who down there. I'm nervous as I don't know what. When I tell you, didn't know what to do, did not know what to do. I go in the bathroom and I lock myself in the bathroom. There's a bathroom in his bedroom. I lock myself in the bathroom because I'm so freaking scared and I'm so shook. I don't know what to do. You get what I'm saying? I've never been in a situation like that. The mess startled me, y'all. It startled me. Literally, it seemed like the police got there like that out of nowhere. The police, my mama,
Salute him,
my
famous.
aunties, my uncle, like my mama called everybody that she, could think of. They came. Our town so small, came like that. All right, everybody get there. I'm here. Police, police. And you get what I'm saying? That's what I'm hearing. Anybody in here? Anybody in here? Police, police. I'm hearing this, but I'm so scared to say something, y'all. I don't know. Until I heard my mama voice. My mama. Ken. That's what I heard. When my mama said, Ken. That's when I said, I unlocked the door and I let myself out. Mom, it's me. I go running to my mom. My mama dragging me up out of them. At this
Hi,
point, I know
sister.
I'm safe, y'all, but I'm still scared. I'm just shocked. Ain't nothing like this ever in my life happened to me. It's like, what's going on? I
And
don't
my
know
mother's
what
keeper.
to do. I'm talking about mine and the friends of y'all. They take me and put me in the ambulance to make sure I'm okay. I'm okay because ain't nothing happened to me. Only thing that's in my head is literally that was almost me. Seriously, because I was on top. You get what I'm saying? Then we reversed the roles and he ended up being on top to make me feel safe. So as they sitting there checking me or whatnot, they check me out to make sure I'm straight or whatnot. Everything good. They come outside. Literally, y'all. They come outside and they asking me, questions. Did I see who did it? Or what the person had on? I didn't see nothing. I'm telling them I didn't see nothing. To the point where they almost was feeling like, did you do it? You get what I'm saying? That's how they was making me feel. Did you do it? Y'all, I'm instead of telling them I didn't see what happened. We was having sex. So I can't tell you he was on top of me. My eyes closed. I'm into it. Only thing that I heard was a boom. Literally, and this man. You get what I'm saying? Stuck looking at me. That's the only thing I could tell them. Seriously. So by this time, somebody notified his folks. His folks end up coming over there. As they coming over there, they screaming, they yelling. Because by this time, they done pronounced him dead. We seen the coroner pull up to pronounce him deceased. And that's what it scared the mess out of me. So as they pronounced him deceased, his family looking at me, asking me questions. Who was in the house? Who I was in the house? I can't tell them who was in the house because I don't know. When nobody in the house to my knowledge but me and him. I have no idea and I basically can't even tell you at this point. I'm thrown off. Y'all asking me all these questions like I know. I'm so thrown off. Then somehow we end up leaving. They let me leave. 'Cause my mom was like, "We gonna continue this on tomorrow, y'all. It's so hot out here, and I got my windows up. But we gonna continue this on tomorrow. Or when not, she need to calm down. She need to calm down. Y'all, hit folks started texting my phone, all kind of threatening messages, trying to make it seem like I did the stuff, and I know for a fact I didn't do. Okay, they started sending me threatening messages like I had did something. I know for a fact I didn't do anything. Only thing I was doing basically was laid up with this man. I don't have a clue who did what. The next day, the police asked, "Can I come back down to the station? Can I come down to the station so they can ask me some questions?" I couldn't sleep at all that
What's
night.
up, him
Like
type?
my mama, my whole family basically was around me that whole night. They didn't let me literally let me out their sight basically. So I'm still up. I hadn't been asleep or nothing. I get down to the police station to answer more questions. They questioning me. At that point, we found out it was another death that happened that night. It was another death that happened that night, and it ended up being his girlfriend there. How we found that out? Oh, shit,
Give it to him.
my bad. How we found that out was, hold on. Part three of, let me say this, out of respect for my baby daddy's family and friends and family members, I'm not trying to bash anybody. I'm just basically telling my story. This helped me therapy. It helped me with therapy and everything like that to get stuff out or whatnot. So if it's part of my story, it's just part of my story. It's my journey. It's from what happened from my perspective or whatnot. So if you don't want to watch it or not, just don't watch it. Simple as that. You don't have to come to my page sending me threatening messages. You don't have to send me, any type of negativity to his family members at all. Just don't watch it. I don't mean no harm, but it was part of my story. It's still part of my story. It's part of my life. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to share. Share, because it helps me with therapy. So if you don't like it, don't watch it. Simple as that, because I'm telling my story. Exactly how it happened to me. Hey y'all, this is a Q&A to my
Hold on, y'all. Let me get through her questions, cause
okay,
okay.
this is part 5 to my baby daddy's girlfriend unalived him for getting me pregnant. And this is gonna be, I'm finna try to make this the last part and try to wrap this up because this is one situation that I hate reliving, but I need to do it. I need to do it. It's so sensitive. And on top of that, her family has reached out to me with a cease and desist, so I gotta be very, very careful about what I say in this part. But and I didn't expect my videos to blast off like this. So I honestly God am not trying to bash anybody. I will say this a million times. I'm just trying to tell my story. It helps with my therapy because I am so sorry. I'm sorry. And I didn't mean for it to go like that. But when the police they came when we was in the station, and they realized it was another incident that happened at night, the same as the incident that happened the night with me. I didn't realize that those two cases were connected with each other. I say about because once they got through questioning me and my family, we went home. We went home. The next day, his mom reached out to my mom, and she told my mom basically that the girl that he was with unalived herself. She left a suicide note. I don't even know if I can say that word. And I pray to God they don't flag my video because I do not want to go through this part again. But she left a note. She left a note, and she explained what she had did. She admitted to what she had did.
Hey, certified tech.
She said she wasn't sorry for what she had done. She said she was tired of living at that point because if she couldn't be with him, she wasn't going to be with anybody. I say about 2 to 3 days later, I get a note sent to my house, and it's from her.
Oh.
She's gone at this point, and she left me with how she felt. And she told me he was more excited. She said I took everything away from her. She told me she had been with this man 20 plus years. 20 plus years. They weren't staying together, but she said they was together. So I'm thinking like, at this point, I know better now. I know it's like, I guess he was like a player. I guess he was like a player. And when she found out about me, there was her riding by creeping. There was her texting me or whatnot. But I don't understand to this day why she just didn't say nothing because you cannot assume that I knew because I did not know. In her note, she left here feeling like I knew he had a girlfriend and I didn't know he had nobody. She said when she found out that he had me pregnant, and she said he was overly excited about it. She read it through his text messages, and it just crushed her because she said out of all those kids that he got on her, he always put her last, like she didn't matter. And she said he promised her this time that he wouldn't do her like that no more, but he did. He hurt her. He hurt her bad. I think she was crushed to the point, basically, from the note that I got. She was crushed to the point where she just couldn't live no more. She said she couldn't live like this. She couldn't. She said she didn't want to see us happy together with our baby. She said she couldn't live to see that type of stuff. And she said she didn't want me or him to be happy. She said that night that she came there, she came to me.
Y'all, she crying. Y'all, she
And
crying.
when I read that part, it hurts me because just sleeping with a man could have took me from my kids. It could have took me from my kids, and the
I
only
don't really
thing
see
I
no.
was doing was
Okay, I
just
see one
really
tear.
kicking it. I wasn't trying to get pregnant. I wasn't trying to get pregnant. I wasn't trying to ruin nobody's life. I wasn't trying to do none of that. I wasn't trying to be the reason somebody is deceased. It feel like I'm the reason two people are deceased, and I didn't want to. I didn't try to do none of that. I was going through my own stuff. That's why I feel like, what did I do to deserve any of this life to even go through? I was questioning myself so bad, y'all. I was questioning myself so bad. Hold on. Okay. I'm back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This just is so hard to get through that part, y'all. I hate to relive it. And like I said, her family sent me a cease and desist, so I can't even really just talk about it. But I'm sorry. I am so sorry. You never know what a person is going through. This man told all of so many lies. When we end up going to his funeral, y'all, they tried to ban me from going to his funeral. Everybody did. To this day, his family don't really want to have nothing to even do with my baby. Nothing. They don't call and ask about him. They don't call to see do I need anything. Everything that I've gotten from my newborn baby has been because of me. It's been because I work and I just try to get things piece by piece. That's why I said it seems like everybody don't want my baby here on earth. But I feel like God gave me this baby for a reason. It's my baby. We may not have everything that I need, but I'm gonna get that piece by piece. My baby gonna have what he needs, like piece by piece. I'm gonna get it. I have my baby literally either this week or next week. I'm trying my best not to have him this week because my uncle's funeral is this week, but they banned me from the funeral. That's how I found out. He had other baby mamas. It's just a lot. All of them started reaching out to me, just coming out the woodwork because they actually wanna. The other baby mamas wanna make sure that
Bye.
they kids know they sibling. It's some that don't, and it's some that do. He got older kids that, want to know they sibling. I just feel like he manipulated us. He left here with so many unanswered questions. But I'm gonna wrap this series up, y'all. If y'all got questions, I answer questions. But I really don't want to talk about that part no more. As far as his girlfriend, I feel so bad. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Had I known what I know now, I wouldn't have never said nothing to him. I hate that I got involved with this man. I hate that. I hate it to this day. That's the part that bothers me the most. It's like I can almost feel her pain as a woman. I just hate that she didn't talk to me. I hate she didn't talk to me. I hate she didn't reach out to me. And it probably sounds crazy to y'all, but I wouldn't have been problematic. I wouldn't have been none of that. I honestly would have left this man alone. This man, I hate this. But I'm gonna start my next series, y'all. I'm gonna start my next series of how me and my kids end up homeless, how my ex-husband end up leaving me and my kids homeless or whatnot. Me finding out that he was on the DL the that he was doing to me every day, the verbal abuse is just all it. I've been through a lot, and I know I'm not the only person that done been through a lot of stuff like this, but it helps to get it out. I moved on from a lot. I've grown from a lot. I'm not where I used to be. I'm not perfect. I'm not even, well, I'm not where I used to be because for days I couldn't even eat. I ain't even say days. When I tell y'all months, I was thin. I was so little. I couldn't even eat. But
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna stop it right there. And I'm gonna let y'all know she is very, very
okay,
convincing.
this is part five.
Hold on. She is definitely very convincing with her stories, the crying, the all the stuff. Everything, okay? Um but most definitely
I don't know
she's
about y'all. The
definitely
reason I think for me,
hold
number
on.
one, I should
Jesus, ain't
have
nobody
knew
else gonna
old girl was like.
stop it. Okay. So yeah, so she, you know what I'm saying, came out with this outrageous story and it came out to be a lie. Get away from me, Dakara. So it like she was very convincing. I'm not even gonna lie. Like she was definitely convincing. The crying, the everything. But it was a lie. Everything she said. Now, even about the husband situation, okay? On how she got put out and this and that, and that was a lie, okay? Okay, I'm over here reading something. But yes, so let's get into the husband. Because after he came out the woodwork, after you know, she came out and her stories went so viral and this and that. Yeah, she the husband popped out. By the way, she's still married. She is definitely still married. So we are about to hear the husband speak.
Listen up, everybody. I want y'all to know that I'm never here for clicks or views or popularity or anything like that. I really am doing this because on her YouTube page, she posted a text between us where I'm receiving child support papers for all three kids, but she's saying she didn't do it. So when I go over to YouTube and I see her taking what we've done in a text message as of last week and putting it out there as if I'm the bad person and of course you're gonna pay for these kids and I got five kids and all of that, like that's the only reason I'm here. I'm never gonna come and let somebody stand for me. Let's just be honest about it for one. And for that person that said they needed to see my eyes, here you go. I'm not really one that likes to be in front of the camera. I really like to lay low, but at the end of the day, there's nothing for me to capitalize on this because the kids are the ones that's really suffering. Let's be honest about it. Um, I don't, I don't, I don't do this for clicks, views. I don't do this for popularity. I don't do this for anything. I've never wanted to be an influencer. I never wanted to make money off of things that happen in my life. However, I refuse to let someone else tell my story, and it's all lies. I've dealt with this um, most of the marriage, if not all. And at the end of the day, you can take from it what you want or not, but I will tell you that I hope that this helps somebody because I'm still mentally dealing with it, y'all. I'm still dealing with it. She's saying we're not married. We're still married. Do I still want to be with her? No. I just don't have the money and finances to do it. I got to go from me, you know. I just created like a week ago, but
I just didn't want to be out like that when it relates to like asking for money or things like that. But I'm in a position where I have to just, at the end of the day, I don't have the funds. And my story's been told from a perspective that's not only not true, but it's grown up to be salacious so that people can believe it. But I also want you to take from this that I am a person that was in this marriage for years. And I was a person for many years that things didn't seem right. But you know how you don't have two and two to put it together? And then when you
What's up,
get
Nomad?
out of this situation and you can sit back and look at and say, oh, that's why this happened, or oh, that's
Right,
why that
Cadillac.
happened.
Salute.
Now it makes sense. Hindsight is 2020. Don't be quick to judge. I don't I'm not trying to piggyback off her. Like, make your money, baby mama. Make your money. But at the end of the day, don't do it at the expense of the kids. Don't do it at the expense of the person who was really the only person that helped you out. That's all I gotta say. I'm on my lunch break and I'm trying to eat something, but I can't even eat because since this thing's been going wild and out of control, I was okay until I saw a text message between she and I where it clearly has my picture at the top of the text message on YouTube, and it has my name, and it's a text message between us that says reasons as last Thursday and Friday. And she's only giving you the piece that she wants, saying that you put me on child support for all three kids. Because she and I both know they're all not mine. So, do what you want to with that, but I'm a real person. I struggle with anxiety because of it. And hurt people, man. I just can't bring myself to be up here just crying for y'all. Because I don't want y'all to think that I'm in this with her. But at the end of the day, it hurts, guys. It hurts. It hurts. So if you want to get into part two of me finding out how her and my first ex-wife are cousins, get them numbers up.
Now he want the numbers, y'all.
Listen, play it back, but I'm just gonna put the phone
This
to
is
the
him
mic.
playing
Here we go.
the dude that's supposed to be the baby daddy.
Every week, my nigga. Like, hey, that's me. So that's me sending her all the crazy shit she's sending me. You feel me? She talking about child support and stuff like that. That's how much she wants. She was trying to say the baby was in daycare. She lied. She lied. Every time I say, send me your work schedule to daycare, he at, she can't go. There you go. Okay. All right. Don't holler at you because you taking the McDonald's, so I got your number. But I'm holler at you though, bro. Don't tell her. Oh, you're on full with
Okay. So that was him basically talking to the other baby daddy of one of the kids that he found out was his. He had already did a DNA test on one of the kids, and he both basically was like, why is she lying? She know the damn, all three kids are not his. So this is what he finna get into. He know the guy who she pregnant by.
let's do a little quick Q&A since she making posts and she's still lying through her teeth. Let's start out first with a narcissist. What kind of mind narcissist when you done killed all people? Let's get that straight first of all. There's no way possible I'm a narcissist. I cannot be the narcissist if you're the one killing all people and everybody caught you in your line. You still saying these people dead. Did you forget that guy that you pregnant by is my classmate? That's my classmate. And I know these people just like you know these people, just like everybody in Cleveland, Mississippi know these people. Number two, because I
Baby,
know
Cleveland, Mississippi.
situation with the baby daddy. How I found out about the baby daddy, I had to go over there and have a conversation with him after I found out about he existed. After I found the letter in between the headboard and the mattress, I went over there and had a conversation with the man the next day. Matter of fact, I got the whole thing recorded. This is how I found out that the baby wasn't mine. They went and had a paternity test one day while I was at work. Yeah, go figure. I didn't threaten him. We talked like men. Matter of fact, I had his number for a while outside of that, but she was AWOL. Now, this elementary P situation she talking about, have your way with it, baby. Do whatever you want to do, but I'm quite confused on how, if I'm touching on little boys, I'm still in education. It's public record. You can look up my license. I'm still in education today. I wouldn't be free, or I wouldn't be in education, or you wouldn't give our child to me if that was the case. If I'm over here touching on people, why aren't you giving me our child? Let's make that make sense. And how long we've been together? We've been together a year and a half before we separated. There's no legal papers to show that we've been separated. I ain't been served none. If she tried to serve me some, or if she tried to do some, I ain't seen none of that. So legally, no, legally we're not. But we are separated. We've been separated for a while. Now, at the end of the day, when it comes down to the fact that she's saying that, now you want to talk about it. We've been talking about it. We've been talking about it since I had our child getting this divorce set out and amicably doing it. So I'm quite confused on why would you come on to here to try to get clout and just run my name into the ground like that if we had already sat down and talked about everything. No, the reality is you was trying to sit up here and set me up, trying to act like you're playing nice guy, but really what you're doing is sitting over here trying to goddamn railroad me. No, lawyer, the little kid is not the youngest. No, the youngest kid is not mine. No, every other is not mine. Paternity test. There was a paternity test done with these kids. She don't know about it, but it was. Maybe she know now, and maybe she want to change her story about what kids are really mine and what kids aren't mine. So you can ride with it, do whatever you want. I don't went from being DL to being a person who does things to little kids. Like, come on now, pick a struggle. Matter of fact, how about you sit your ass down somewhere? Because the reality is, even if he is or isn't my sister, even if she is or isn't my sister, she lived with us and she knew what happened. You can sit here and try to throw me under the bus to her or whatever. But the case still remains. She lived with us and she know what happened. And you live there too. Do whatever you want to do. That's a quick Q&A for y'all. But I have y'all to know that I ain't going back and forth with her about this. But I think I need to make sure y'all know the facts. And like at this point, you still over there believing that, go ahead with it. You know, do a bump your head against the wall trying to figure everything out.
Okay. So that was the husband, basically the quote unquote man that's unalive, as she say. He is very much alive. That is his classmate he went to school with. Okay. So I'm about to get into the woman that she said unalived herself and sent her a letter after 2 days after, the one who admitted that that was her riding past the house, and she can't be with her, then nobody can, and let me get to her. Let me get to her. It's crazy. But I'm still waiting on her story. I'm most definitely still waiting on her story, like for her to basically talk about it some more. But let me go ahead and just play this little part right here. Now, this is the lady that quote unquote unalived herself.
Y'all, I don't even know where to start on this situation.
Just not how she sounds. Somebody put something over
I know
like this.
everybody think it's funny. I think it's funny, but deep down inside,
She put a voice thing on her voice.
something is bothering me about this situation. Yeah, I will have to know the beginning and what's still going on with this situation. Also, mental health is real. Someone needs to reach out with awareness about her
Just click on her little thing because I don't like the fact that she talking like that. But
illness
um,
to seekers know. Yo, I can't do too much talking right now because I am in a public place right now. But I do want to say this. Bear with me. If you want to know the absolutely truth on how she thought this situation would end, and I don't know if she have a motive behind that story, but I will let you all know the details about the situation. Oh, and another thing. I know she didn't mention any names. We are in a small, small town where everybody know everybody business. Okay? Everybody business. If you don't know, Cousin Joe know. And if Cousin Joe don't know, he gonna go ask Cousin Rich. So everybody know everybody business.
Okay, y'all. So that was the girlfriend of the one. So she put that her last video was reported, not about the play with Looney being, but I would inbox this one lady back and give her the truth. Golden is her name. Okay, so she did put out like she did put out a video basically speaking on it, but Looney Tunes, and then she had posted her and the dude and their baby. So they've been together for over 20 years. But so like I said, her video was reported because the old girl reported it. Hey Doogie. So the girl is a liar, okay? She is a big liar,
Business.
and she really had a lot of us fooled. I'm not even gonna lie. She, you know what I'm saying? Hey, East Atlanta, hey, Peaches. Listen, she definitely had me fooled, y'all. I thought this girl was telling the truth. What was said, like, hell, it had kind of made my eyes kind of water for a minute, y'all. When she started crying at the end and how she got the letter and the letter said, what the girl had said. And I'm just like, damn, like this some sad stuff. Until I went digging, and found out that this girl ain't do nothing but lie. So this is her old one. Let me see if it's gonna play. This is the original one.
Okay, so I know y'all seen that
Hold on.
backup page and all of her videos about,
Hold on.
and there's a lot of people
Dang, that
coming
ain't
out.
it. I'm finna go find this other one because she was like she was forced to be a side piece and never mess with anybody, man, and stuff like that. But she basically knew about it. She asked her cousin. Her cousin told her don't mess with him. Her favorite cousin when she moved back to Mississippi, but she had already was messing with him. She had already started having sex with him. So it was kind of too late at that point. But she did ask him, like, say what you got going on. The man was blatantly honest with her and told him what he had going on. So at that moment of time, she chose to deal with whatever the situation was. The man was with this girl for over 20 years. He told her that he had 12 kids already. So her child would be child number 13. He had already told her all of this, but she chose to still be with him, still deal with him. And then I guess she was thinking that she was going to be with him forever or something like that. Pimp tight, she had you convinced her. But I guess she thought she was gonna be with old dude until she found out that, no. Like, and that's when she wanna ill everybody off in the story, you know what I'm saying? So hold on. Let me go back to her. Cause then she finna tell the truth on being a side piece and stuff. Like, this is crazy. I absolutely believe this chick. She had all of us food, y'all. I'm gonna get to her.
I just want to start by addressing all of this drama that's going on.
Hey, Will Chill.
I wish I would. On to the next. Not giving nobody no clout. I don't know these people. When you popping, of course, people is gonna try to connect themselves to you. These people are attaching themselves to my
Right,
story.
Nika.
Literally. On to the next. Confessions of a side B. This the one y'all want? Confessions of a side B. So we're gonna call this one how I ended up homeless, how me and my kids ended up homeless or whatnot, and lost everything. Here we go. So me and my ex-husband, we were married for 15 years or whatnot. And in the first few years, we were fine. I was a
Hold on, cause she don't want to tell the story. Like, she don't want, like, now she's saying everybody is attaching themselves. So if everybody is attaching themselves to the story because the girl know that you talking about her because you were messing with her man. It's a small city, Cleveland, Mississippi. So everybody know everybody business. Now she's saying, like, when people popping, like, everybody want to attach themselves, but you're lying about the story. Like, you're trying to ill everybody out because this man don't want to be with you. You already knew that he been dealing with this woman. This who he want to be with. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is. You chose to basically stay in the situation. Now, I heard about, like, how they did want to help take care of the baby. Then I'm just like, damn, you just lied and said that this man gone and he ain't gone. Like, you gotta pick, what you want to do. But I understand she's trying to get her money. Like, you ain't, you can't make no money in Mississippi, especially not Cleveland, Mississippi. So you got to get your money some way, somehow, I guess. That sound just like the book for okay. She needs to start writing books. That's her calling right there. And if she don't stop, she gonna miss it. She must have read that series for real. That's what I'm trying to get to, Nika. It had to have been because it was just so surreal. Like, I felt like listening to her when I first listened to this, I felt like I was reading a book. Like, I'm like, damn, like one of them audio books just reading to me. Cause I'm like, girl, what happened next? Like, you know what I'm saying? I was all for it. And then it was just like me digging and finding other stuff. I'm just like, this whole line. Like, you lying and then you mad because everybody is catching you in your lie. Like, I mean, she had everybody food. Yeah, she say she used to be an addict, addicted to coke. Hey, Craig, she used to be addicted to coke, and I can believe it, man. Let me tell you something. Mental health um is real. It is definitely real, and it's crazy how um she, what I'm saying, she doing this. It's crazy how she going about it the wrong way, and everybody, what I'm saying, oh uh is ready. Like, if you live in a small town where everybody know everybody and everybody's starting to catch on and everybody putting it out that you lying, don't get mad at the messenger. Like, don't get mad at the people who then caught you in your lies. So she done blew up and she done got 30K followers, y'all. This what got to her head. Okay, so I was my bad. I was sitting here reading what the husband got mad about, like the whole message. It was a long ass message between her and him. As why he got mad and he inserted himself into it, in which he had every reason to insert himself in it because you getting on here lying about him, and then for the fact proof of marriage license. Oh, okay, he's showing a marriage license, but he indeed had every, you know what I'm saying. Worth Isha, that's the name of the book, Secrets of a Side Bitch by Jessica. Oh, Nika. Now she do got, you know what I'm saying, side bitch, like she do got that. Like she keep on saying like side bitch, like, you know, forced to be a side B, all like that. Like she do got all this. Then she had like another little episode of her coming out, like, you know what I'm saying, her being a side B, like, you know, and her being homeless. Like, girl, pick a struggle, like he said. Now she want everybody, hey, Nom, where you been, Nom? Now she want people to, you know, buy off the registry. If you wanted people to just help you, just say that. I just can't, I just don't get it. Like, man, this is crazy. I just, the details of her hearing somebody at the why they. That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so she talked. He said that it was an old house, but talking about the grabbing on the knob and turning it and stuff. Like, first of all, if I'm into it, I can't hear nobody turning no damn knob. Like, he must have had an old ass ancient door. It had to be an old ancient door. Okay, don't hug mama. She made you mad. She made you mad. Okay. It had to be one of them old ass dope from back in the day, okay? And he must have had them old ass wood. Like, how you not hear the steps, but you heard somebody twisting on the door? And then slow. I caught what you said. Now for her, how like how your mama knew where you was at? You ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you called your mama, you said, oh, they ill such and such, you know, such and such got ill. And then to call the police. Oh, my mama called the police for me and I like that. And the police, everybody just showed up. You was very detailed, you know what I'm saying, with the other stuff. Why you want detailed with that? Like, I don't know. But come to find out she's a liar. And like I said, she do got another page. She ain't got number like 208 followers on that page. It is I cannot pronounce her name, but it's cannot something like something Kenota something. It starts with a K, but yes, I know that's right, Num. Like, I'm about to be there. I'm about to be there in a few too. Too. But this lady right here, she definitely crazy. Now that she done got everybody attention and they responding to her, she's mad. Like, she upset because everybody is responding to her. But now she want to talk about how she became homeless. Like, you can't say that this man on the DL or this man been touching on kids and stuff like that, and then he in a whole little medical field. You know, I mean, not medical field, but he's a teacher. So not only you trying to get this man fired, like you trying to take everything from this man after you done traumatized him for 15 years. This is crazy. I don't know. Let me drop the link because I just want to know like everybody else views and stuff like this on this story. Um, I just feel like this shit is bananas. Okay, it is definitely bananas. And hey, Jello shot. Now that people are responding, um, the people is coming out the woodwork. Like I didn't see the dude, but like I said, the lady that he's been with for 20 years, over 20 years, she did respond, but she wasn't struck and got the video taken down. So therefore, it is not up there. But she did respond. I know, girl. I've been like doing stuff. I was focusing on the passion party, but I had to push it back. I'll come with a date on the passion party. Getting Sugar Man prepared for his little procedure. So yeah, it's a lot. But I did drop the link just in case somebody want to hit the link. We could talk about this story. Um, she did it for the money, okay, but God dog, I just like you lied to these people. You made it seem like, what I'm saying, like this shit happened and it didn't happen. This ain't never like you mess with the dude. Like some of this stuff is true, but you tried to ill off all the people, all because it's not going your way. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all. So this the other one right here.
Story time.
This is her.
How I got pregnant by a street ninja with 12 kids already. And he got a girlfriend, y'all. Oh my God. Okay. This how this happened. I moved back home from Mississippi. No, I moved back home to Mississippi. I moved back home to Mississippi after going through my divorce. I was staying in Houston for 15 years. So keep in mind, I'm from Mississippi. I moved back to Mississippi after staying in Houston for 15 years. Probably. Now, when I left Houston, I came back home with my little girls and my son. And because out of my marriage, I had 3 kids out of my marriage. So I had 2 little girls and a little boy. Okay. I moved back with the intentions of not having no relationship or nothing like that. Because I ain't want no relationship because I had just got up out of a 13-year marriage and it was very abusive. It was mentally draining. It was controlling and abusive. I was left for dead. That's another story. Okay. So once I got back the strength and everything, I had to move back home so I could have like my family support and all that stuff. It was a lot starting over. I mean, just think about it. Living in Houston. If you ever been to Houston, you already know it's litty. Litty, litty. You have everything you could possibly want to do. Every store you could possibly want to shop at. All the food is lit. The school system for the kids is amazing. Houston is amazing. Y'all should either visit or go live there. Trust me. If I can go back, I'll go. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about
Not
it.
all that, but
But
okay.
that's another story. So I moved back to Mississippi. I did not want to. In the town that I'm from, y'all, is so small. Everybody knows everybody. When I say you cannot freaking sneeze, and they not gonna know about it, and then gonna add a twist to it, okay? She sneezed, y'all, and it came out smelling like fart. You feel me? Some stuff like that just to make stuff entertaining. That's what my town is. It's messy as I don't know what.
Cleveland,
So I had to
Mississippi.
move back to this town because my family is here and this is my support is. So me telling myself, I'm like, okay, when I go back, because I had to do what I had to do for my kids. So I'm like, okay, when I go back, I ain't gonna talk to nobody. I'm gonna stay in the house. I'm gonna be ducked off. Ain't nobody gonna see me or nothing like that. Cause keep in mind, I've been gone 15 years. So yeah,
Killed the car.
I get back home. I'm staying in the house out the way. But it started getting like real boring to where I wanted to be out a little bit, not really just out, but ride around or something. Cause it ain't really nothing to do in the town. Let me paint the picture for y'all. My hometown has two highways, no interstates, nothing like that. Okay? We got two highways. One go this way and one goes this way. You either going that way or you going.
My bad, y'all. Hold on.
The only thing we have to do, we got a Walmart here. Very free restaurant. It's not even like well, it's a Chick-fil-A here in the college, but it's not one like, there's not a Target or anything like that. It's just a Walmart, two grocery stores, stuff like that. A little Family Dollar, little bitty town. Okay, so I decide, to hit up one of my homegirls and whatnot. Let's ride or whatnot. So we riding around and we end up having to go to the Family Dollar. I went in the Family Dollar, and lo and behold, keep in mind, I ain't got my mind on nothing, y'all. I don't want to talk to none. I ain't trying to be up on that. I ain't trying to use no men for no money. I ain't trying to get anything. You get what I'm saying? I'm just trying to chill and get my mind focused. My mind was to get back on track because I had lost everything. Everything. I didn't have no house no more. I didn't have no car no more. I come from having it all to a blink of an eye and not have absolutely nothing. So my mindset was just to focus on my kids and get my bag back up. I don't want to focus on no dude like real life. I really want, but who don't want no entertainment? I'm a woman, so we got needs. But when I seen him in Family Dollar, y'all, I hadn't seen him in so long. Cause keep in mind, I had been gone 15 years, and that used to be my little sneaky link back in the day. We used to like have fun. So he looked at me like he had seen a ghost or whatnot. I looked up, I'm looking at him, checking him out. So I give him a hug. I'm like, hey. He was like, hey, or whatnot. I saw him for to hit me up on Facebook or whatnot. So he did. By the time we left out the store, he ended up hitting me up on Facebook, giving me his number. So I text him from my phone. We end up just texting. He ain't telling me he got no girlfriend or none of that. He just saying he chilling. He be doing his thing and all that. Y'all keep this in mind. This is very important. He never said he had no old lady. He never said he had nothing going. Absolutely nothing. He was chilling, right? So he ended up, asking me, can he come pick me up? So I'm like, all right, cool. I ain't got nobody here. I ain't looking for nobody. This just an old friend. I'm just trying to, have fun. Get out the house. Man, end up going. I was on Taylor Port. He brought me some Taylor Port because that's what I like to drink. He bought me some Taylor Port and he was drinking beer and we was riding around smoking, chilling and whatnot. So shit, we ain't got litty and we just talking, but for all sides sakes, we did the ordeal. And baby, it was litty. So we chilling or whatnot, and I somehow, and the way to explain to y'all, he is best friends with my favorite cousin. Everybody got a favorite cousin, right? Your favorite cousin like your brother or your sister. Me and my favorite cousin is a guy, and we are like brother and sister. So my favorite cousin is his best friend. He told me from the jump, don't do it, don't do it, don't talk to him. No, he off limits or whatnot. I should have listened. But by this time, I tell him we had already had sex. We had just had sex after I told him. Because when I told him, I just brought it up. Hey, I'm gonna call him because he's a street dude. So I'm gonna call him Cash, okay? So Cash and y'all these street niggas.
Pimp tight. This
But
another
anyway,
story
so my cousin ended up
of
telling
the
me,
same
yeah,
people.
he's supposed to be, had some drama going on, but he didn't get into detail about it. So when I got with Cash, I asked Cash, like, what you really have going on or whatnot. And so Cash was telling me, he was like, yeah, I was dealing with this girl, and we know the girl. He was like, I've been with this girl, this crazy, pulled up to my house or whatnot. She all on Facebook making statuses and stuff talking about me. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just listening and whatnot because he reassuring me ain't nothing going on. Absolutely nothing. So I'm listening to him and I'm trusting him because he's telling me everything. Like, what point you got to lie? Me and you not in a relationship or nothing like that. Like, we just cool as I don't know what. But, I'm going along with it. So by this point, we locked in. We chilling. He tells me, he goes, he want to get serious with me. So, because some time had passed, I say probably like a month. And he was just digging. He was digging the kid, feeling my style. So I was like, I don't want a relationship, babe. I want a relationship. Let's just keep this thing going how we got it going. Like, I'm just coming out of this 13-year abusive marriage. My mental messed up at this point. These folks done diagnosed me with bipolar, anxiety, depression, all that stuff. So my mental ain't tweaked to be dating nobody. You feel me? And that's what I'm telling him. I'm telling him, I ain't wired right for to be dating. My mind ain't that strong. So he started, pushing the issue, let's be locked in. So I said, okay, because he was getting all these private calls and things. So I was like, okay, if you want to be locked in with me and start answering them private calls or whatnot, show me that you ain't fooling with nobody in real life. Prove your point. And guess what, y'all? He did. Just that. He showed me, like, he answered the phone. As a matter of fact, when he came on private, he told me to answer the phone. So I answered the phone. Hello. She was like, can I speak to Cash? I
Hold on, y'all. She said, I know nobody would like this, but it's not okay to sleep with somebody else's man. That's one.
know y'all gonna scroll right back, but before y'all do, I'm finna say this. It is not okay to sleep with nobody else, man. It's just not. I'm serious, and I know because it's only gonna lead you into a world of destruction. Like for real, sleeping around leads you to a world of destruction. Like you lose everything. I feel like when I started doing that, and I don't sleep around, I just had a thing for sleeping with other folks' men because I ain't want no relationship of my own. So by me not wanting a relationship, that make it okay for to just go butt in somebody else's relationship because even if a man gonna be a man, us as ladies still have to be ladies. We can make a decision for ourselves. And I know my lip cracked up, who cares? I just woke up, but it's not okay. I tell my little story times on my page what not about, how I got pregnant. Really forced into being a side piece. And got pregnant by a man already with 12 kids. He got a wife, might as well say wife, because they've been together for like 24 years. So that's common law marriage by law. And he got other girlfriends, and like I didn't know this. I had to go get tested for everything, finding out this stuff, and going to get tested for everything, sitting there getting tested, not knowing what the results might be is scary. And I'm one that knows my body. But that
Hey,
time I just didn't know what to
Capricorn.
expect. Because that's what it is. You don't have to be sleeping around. You can be just sleeping with that one man. But that man is sleeping with other women. He's sleeping with his woman at home. And he's sleeping with other women on the side. It's just like that. So let's just be ladies again. But if y'all want to continue to tune into my story,
Her name is Bipolar Cutie. I don't know if you heard of her story. Um, but okay, that's when she had showed like she had went to her first OBGYN appointment. And then she found out she was pregnant. And this was November the 20th of 2024. So that's when she found out she was pregnant. That's when she went to that's when she went to her first OBGYN appointment, November the 20th of 2024. Y'all keep that in mind. So this is when she's up on the Kenny Circus. So that's her other page. Kenny Circus, I can't pronounce her real name. It's long. It's like Kennedy, something like that. But so now, okay, so she had already made a post about this way before her coming out with her wild story. Okay, that right there was her first when she first like the cousin warned her. You know what I'm saying? She already knew this dude had a girl, 20 years, like over 20 some years. He had all these kids and stuff, but she still decided to lay down with him. Okay, all because she wanted to quote unquote will have fun. Okay, so now that the hood, ninja don't want to be with her. I guess she thought by her being pregnant by him and her keeping the baby is that, he was going to just stop messing with the lady for 20 some years and just come to her. So now that's when she made this outlandish story about how the girlfriend illed him while they was having sex, and girl, then she turned around and illed herself. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. Let me tell you something. She been looking at a lot of stuff, but I'm gonna tell y'all, mental health is real. Okay. She said, before, she left, like with the marriage stuff, which she's still married, by the way. She not separated. She just left because when he gave her an ultimatum as far as like how they was gonna do the living arrangement, she didn't want to do it that way. He was definitely taking care of everything. She thought he was gonna give her the car. He said he did most definitely didn't give her the car because that was his only car and the car was in his name. So that's why she said he took everything. Everything was in his name. She moved down there, moved into the house with him and his cousin. And so that's what happened as far as her leaving after so many years and stuff like that. After they got married, the cousin was there, and basically the cousin moved out. Then, that's when they had, their own family. So that's what happened between her and the husband. Now, I did hear it was a story that she said, I'm gonna try to find it, but she said that the cousin when she went back to Mississippi and stuff, and the husband been trying to take the kids or call CPS on her, and they end up calling CPS on her, and saying like all these things like she do drugs and this and that, which she did admit, because on one of her things she said she used to be an addict to coke, and she has 5 kids. Now, when they did the drug test while she was messing with this dude, she claimed the dude was basically drugging her as far as putting giving her preemie rolls. You know what I'm saying? Cause she was like, no, I don't do drugs and this and that, but they found it in the system. And then she quote unquote said, I mean, when she said that the doctor or the nurse, whoever said, well, I could tell like it's been something given to you because the amount that you have in your system is not, enough for you to be doing it like that. And I'm just like, what? Like, cause she was like, at this time, I just be rolling up back to back, back to back, back to back, just smoking back to back to back to back. And I'm like, what? So this girl is crazy, okay? I'm about to find when she spoke on that right there because she made it seem like, oh boy, um, most definitely was Hey FU University was giving her these preemies. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Hey y'all, this is a Q&A to my story time or whatnot. So instead of part four, this is going to be my part four for the story time. It's going to be a question and answer to answer some of y'all questions because I got a million of
Let
friends
me see.
here. For literally over 18 years, I lived in Houston,
Hold on, y'all.
then gone from Mississippi. I was ashamed because I felt or whatnot. Literally, most perform my question. Yes, he had 13 baby mamas. I'm number 14. I seen him literally over.
Okay, hold on, y'all.
I wasn't thinking clearly. As of like right now, I could think more clearly because I've had time to go to therapy. I've had therapy. I hadn't even started going to nobody. That's why God put us through.
Let me see. Oh, okay, here you go,
Okay,
y'all.
I've answered this question. Literally, I uploaded it yesterday. I'm so sorry. But TikTok kept removing the sound. So I'm going to answer this question today for you. And I don't know which words they are removing the sound from my video for. So I'm gonna have to take some words out, y'all, but kind of like comprehend with me.
She
And
said
then
the
I'm
dude was
understand what
lacing
I'm
her.
saying. Then message me and I'll tell you. But I'm finna try to be real careful with this question because I guess it's such a sensitive topic or whatnot, and it's got words in it that I'm not supposed to be using on here. Like I said, I'm still learning how to use this platform. So how I found out he was ailing me, you know what I mean? Putting stuff,
Lacing. That's what the L
putting the
mean. What's
white
up, the I
powder
made?
stuff inside of my trees is because every night we would hang out and you get what I'm saying? Every night we would and he would
They would smoke
roll up
trees.
five. It's so hard to do this, I swear, without just being I'm used to being just take out, but he would roll up about 5 or 6, and we just be sitting there chilling, smoking. I mean, vibing. That's what made me attracted to him. To keep it real with you, we sitting there chilling, vibing, everything, and
What's up, Frederick?
getting.
They was getting high.
So I used to. For my anxiety and depression, I got real bad anxiety and depression. I used to have it real bad, but it's getting better now. So how I found out he was doing it, my best friend at the time, who I thought was my best friend, we had been best friends
My
since
baby was the best
childhood.
friend, not the
But
cousin.
we weren't really keeping up with each other like that when I moved away. Because, like I told y'all, when I moved away, and I was in a 15-year marriage or whatnot, I didn't keep in contact with these people here in this town. That's the thing. So when I came back, me and her instantly clicked up because she was hanging with my cousin. So she ended up calling CPS on me. She got in cahoots with my ex-husband. And her and my ex-husband called CPS on me and told them all kind of lies and allegations on me. So when she called CPS on me or whatnot, when they came out to my house to take my keys, they ended up having to do me a D test, a rug test. I don't want to say the word, but they ended up doing me that test. The woman cut my hair, put it inside of a little baggie, and blase. I don't want to get too deep into that because that's going to be like one of my next story times on how my best friend set me up with my ex-husband with CPS, got my kids taking all their drama in this. That's a whole nother story of his own. I told y'all my life is a lifetime story. I've been through a lot of missions to know what I know now. So when CPS called me back for my test results, probably about 2 weeks later, and I'm adamant about this because the only thing I've ever done was and take the prescription that I was prescribed, the Annex, if you know what I mean. So when the test came back, it came back positive for the white powder substance. Okay? And I'm telling this woman, I'm adamant, lady, I ain't never did no hard narcotics. You get what I'm saying? I've never did no hard
Thank you,
stuff like
Malcolm, for
that.
becoming a new
Like, you got me
member.
messed up. I'm begging them to retest me. I'm begging these folks to retest me because I know for a fact and I know in my head I ain't never in my life did no mess like that. The only thing I ever did was, you get what I'm saying? So they tell me they gonna retest me, but y'all, it took them months and months and months to retest me. I'm gonna get into all of that. I
Salute,
swear that's
Lawrence.
a whole nother story. But um, when it came back positive for the, I'm knowing in my head, only person that I have ever smoked with or anything like that is him. You get what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this part right here because this is important. When as I was being adamant or was not saying that I've never did that, she granted me a retest. She looked at my results and seen the levels in my system. And she told me, she said, okay, Miss, she called my last name. She said, I can tell that you wasn't willingly doing this on your own from the levels that's in your system. But the marijuana, I mean, I don't know if I can say that, but the trees or whatnot is a high level, which you admitted to that. CPS don't care about you doing trees. They know people, trees is okay for anxiety and depression. I mean, come on now. So, my levels weren't there with the white flower substance. It wasn't that high like it was with the trees. So she said, let me ask you this. Who do you get your trees from? She said, don't tell me the name. Do you get your trees from a dispensary or do you get it from a dealer? I told her, I said, well, I get it from a dealer because keep in mind, he's a hood dude and he's a street pharmacist. That's what he do. All that type of stuff. What's the word, distribute all that type of stuff or whatnot to the people. So I told her, I said, well, I get it from a dealer. She said, you admitted to us that you smoke trees. She said, so do you think that this man is really cleaning his supplies, basically? Do you think that this man is cleaning his supplies every time he go between one and the other? I'm like, well, no, I don't think so. I don't know. But this man was adamant with me that he do. Like
Salute,
he told me like he wear
Malcolm.
gloves and everything. I don't know. But that's how I found out he was putting the stuff in my system. He was putting it in my trees, and we sitting there 5 and 6 of them together. It got to the point where I'm having to smoke back to back to back to back to back to back to back, y'all. And it's because of what I know now. I'm chasing that flower substance that I had started putting in my system without even knowing when I'm with him. And he would always roll up the trees. He would always do it, except for when I went with him. And when I went with him, he would only person trees that I would take in is his. That's the thing. I never got it from nobody else, just him. That's what I want y'all for to understand. And that's how I was getting in my system. So you had to be the one for to be putting it in my system. Had my head gone. That's how he was, I guess, able to manipulate me. That's what I know now. At that point, I'm so zoned out and thrown off, I ain't realizing nothing. I'm realizing we getting in there lit. You get what I'm saying? We enjoying ourselves. That's how I really end up getting pregnant, not even paying attention to what's going on because I'm telling this dude, like, you know, we can do this, but we gotta use protection. In my head, I'm thinking we use protection. That's why this. As soon as I found out that I was pregnant, it threw me out. When I tell you I went into a state of depression because I'm like y'all, I didn't need no more kids. That's how I felt. I didn't want no more kids. I'm already going through so much stuff. We ain't even got no place to stay at this point. That's how I felt. Why y'all judge me in the comments? But it's okay. Judge on. But That's how I felt too. So that sent me into an even worse dark spot when I found out that I was pregnant. But over time, as I started cleaning up my system, I'm gonna get into that with the CPS story. That's how I was able to grasp the concept of me being pregnant and able to actually bond and love my child. So that's how I found out that he was putting that stuff in my system. He was doing that to manipulate me, and he was, I don't know. Now that I know it now, he did literally all of us like that. Everybody that he was messing with, basically. He's done. That's how he was controlling situations, making you do stuff basically that you really didn't want to do. But in your head, you ain't realizing that you don't want to do it. You so up there. You get what I'm saying? You so in the sky. You on cloud nine. You going with the flow. You enjoying yourself. Every night was a good night. So I guess that's how he was getting me out of my body to so we can
Hey, real vibe.
have fun, I guess.
Bipolar cutie,
But that's how I
Lawrence.
was clinging on to him by smoking with the flower substance inside of it. Cause every day, like I be smoking, and I'm realizing I'm smoking back to 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 back. At this point, just I'm having to smoke so much without even realizing the reason why. Cause as I'm rolling it up, I'm not putting the white substance in my tree, so it wasn't getting me on cloud nine like it would be when I'm with him. If that makes sense. So that's how that happened.
Yeah, it's just the fact that right here.
Living in the hood with 5 kids as a single mom ain't that bad, especially when you and your kids used to be homeless. I remember we didn't have a thing. My ex-husband, who I was married to for 15 years, left me and my kids stranded with nothing. Me and my kids had to sleep in cars, hotels. Sometimes we parked in front of the house that we used to call our home to sleep outside of it in
It's that
cars.
used to be homeless and on
So
drugs
building
with
up
five
apartments in
kids.
us is something big. I've been through so much in my life. So now I'm almost ready to tell all my stories to everybody. Somebody may want to hear it. I remember me and my kids didn't have a thing, nothing. Now we have an apartment to call our home. We have a car
Hey,
that we
most
call our
good.
own. And I have a job that help me provide for my kids. Yes, I may be pregnant again, but it ain't the end of the world. We all make mistakes. And I don't look at my baby as a mistake, even though my family and other people wanted me to get rid of my child. Guess what? This is my child. God gave it to me. And I'm going to do what I do for the rest of them. I'm going to do what I have to do to provide and survive. You know, this road ain't been easy at all. I've been with a man that I thought was, I could trust in everything. Turned out this man had me on drugs and I didn't even know it. I used to smoke weed all the time. I dealt with mental anxiety, depression. So the weed used to help me keep calm. But while smoking that weed, I was also being laced with cocaine and out of my mind. That's how I ended up pregnant. People don't know that side, but I'm ready to tell it all. There's no point in hiding anything anymore. Nothing. Somebody might want to hear this story. But we have to keep on pushing these moms or whatnot. After a 15-year marriage, I ended up having to move back home to my family.
Oh Lord. What yes with her good old line ass. Lord have mercy, girl. Y'all, this stuff is crazy. Like me going back, just looking at all her stuff, like this lady is a liar. Okay. She just came out with her stories, came April. You know what I'm saying? But again, like I said, remember November the 20th of 2024. She knew that the dude had, somebody for 20 plus years. She knew that he, what I'm saying, had 13 kids with 13 baby mamas, whatever. She knew that. Now all of a sudden now he's gone. Like he got ill. But you knew about that came November the 20th. You found out you was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So now all of a sudden now you came out with this story that he's gone and the girlfriend is gone. Excuse me. Baby, mental illness is very real. Y'all know somebody with mental illness. Y'all need to go ahead and get them help. It's always the ones with mental illness that come up with these elaborate stories that they gotta tell, not knowing that they're lying and getting caught up in lies. It's crazy. They lie so much they forget that they lied about certain stuff. It's like, come on now. It's what keeps them going, what pumps them up is these stories. Hey, worldwide. Salute. Yeah, this is just crazy. So, yeah, now that she's been caught in her lies, now it's just like, she's trying to say that they attacking her and, they want to be a part of her story, which she now already made them a part of her story. Like I said, she come from Cleveland, Mississippi, a small city. Everybody know everybody. So why would they be confused on who she's talking about? She sound like my second baby mama talking. I be taking a suitcase full of drama everywhere she go on my mama. Okay. And then it's just like now she don't suffer from that. No, you still do suffer from all that. Like you was just diagnosed. You moved back in Mississippi when it came what October of 2024 or some shit like that. Or no, September 2024. You moved back to Mississippi. So you was diagnosed before you moved. So y'all, that is scary when you think about it. It is because there's people out there, and then the crazy thing about it is like, you know, um, somebody can get hurt, like very much so. Somebody can get hurt based on like all these stories and stuff like that. You start believing the stories to where in your mind it turns real. And you know what I'm saying? By her saying that you know what I'm saying, he died, it's like, okay, if I can't have you, nobody else can. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what she said, old girl said before she healed herself. It's like that's her. That's her reflecting, like, you know what I'm saying? She want this dude because he was spending money on her. You know what I'm saying? He was doing this, he was spending so much time and he was showing her different things. So that is a scary situation to be in. Men and women, y'all need to basically, you know what I'm saying, get to know a person, know what you're getting yourself into. I know we've all made a lot of mistakes. We've all fucked up in life. Excuse my language. We all, made dumb decisions in life. I know I have, you know what I'm saying, and I accepted it. And you know what I'm saying, I stood on it and I overcame that. You know what I'm saying? But that's not a decision that I'm not going to make anymore. I'm not going to make that decision anymore. I'm going, you know what I'm saying, know what I'm getting myself into. Everybody can't know where you lay your head at. You know what I'm saying? I've been taught that. You know what I'm saying? It's just a rule that, you know what I'm saying, the self-taught that I was taught, I mean, what I was taught, that kind of went out the window. You know what I'm saying? But now I know. Like, hell no, that ain't going down no more. I can't let them. I got kids. I can't let nobody know where I lay my head at. Baby, if y'all gonna do y'all dirt, baby, I'd rather go fuck around in a bando. You know what I'm saying? That they don't know where I lay my head at. Fuck what you talking about. Well, forget what you talking about. So again, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to get to know these people. You know, you don't know what a person is going through. When somebody say they going through some mental health issues, believe it and move around because you don't know how deep, far deep they are, in their situation to where, they may, mess around and unalive you because of what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? Like they can holler all day about they gonna ill themselves, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta think about it. If they willing to say that they gonna ill themselves, they will ill you too. So again, mental health is real. We've heard it from this girl, this elaborate story that she made up. You know what I'm saying? And there's other people out in this world. Like you see, like these people are taking people out. You know what I'm saying? Because of what they're going through. I ain't believing this stuff. I'm just saying, like, I won't speak on something I haven't been through. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you know, when you learn from somebody, when you take, from other people's experience and stuff like that, man, ride with that. Don't go out here be trying to figure it out like, man, it ain't never happened to me. You never know what may happen. And thank God, me doing what I did, you know what I'm saying? I was able to walk out the situation still alive. What's up, SRT? My kids are good. You know what I'm saying? My family is good. So again, mental health is real. So I'm gonna drop the link one more time. I wanted to touch on this story because I just find it like this crazy. This stuff is um it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yes, SRT, we good. We good. We are definitely good. But just listening to this stuff and how a person with that, what I'm saying, like think in the head. Man, she ain't the only one. She definitely not the only one. But how you see how she easily like shit, she manipulated me. What's up, Justin? Her name Bipolar Cutie. Hell, she manipulated me, y'all. She convinced me that this is what happened. She lost her baby daddy. Well, you know what I'm saying? This man that she was with, you know what I'm saying? He was ill by the girlfriend. She convinced me she had shit. I was damn near crying, okay? So there's some people out there in this world like that, man. Hell no. You gotta move around. Mm-mm. No, no, no. So again, y'all don't want to chop it up in 2 hours, 5 more minutes. I'm gonna end this thing and shoot, go on by my business and try to get a date for this passion party. Try to figure some stuff out and move this around and stuff. Again, I apologize. For those who did, I've already started issuing out refunds. Um, family do come first. I gotta, make sure my family's straight before anything. So, I mean, definitely everything was paid for. I did lose out on money, but it's cool. It's just money. Um, you know what I'm saying? But I truly most definitely want to hang out with um a lot of you that's in the Atlanta area that was, coming. So, I got some that look like you. Go on, Justin. Um, so again, I'm thinking about July, so I will come up with a date for July. Um, and that's it, y'all. So again, 4 more minutes. Link is dropped. Don't nobody want to chop it up. I'm gonna head my way on up out of here and get prepared for this procedure and stuff like that. So, but I most definitely appreciate the memberships, the people who bought memberships. Thank you. I appreciate the super chats. I appreciate the support, you know what I'm saying? Because again, y'all don't really have to be here to support me. But no, I'm not in Houston. I'm in Fort Worth. But again, y'all don't have to sit here and chill with your girl and, interact with me, and I appreciate it. Thank you, Justin. Right, Pimp tight. Like, man, in her mind, you honor like you like her husband said, you illing out everybody because it's not going your way. Man, say. Move around. Move around. That's all I gotta say. Move around. Cause in her mind, you already gone anyway. It ain't nothing to it but to do it. I don't mean to laugh, but I mean that's the truth. And it's scary. It's scary. Worldwide, that ain't nothing but a 3 hour drive. Really like 2 hours or something. But yeah, it's scary though. Like for real. Okay, Nika, I appreciate you for sitting here, interacting and, coming by and supporting. I really appreciate it. Definitely super crazy. Like, mm-mm. Y'all better take heed in this. That was a warning. That man, he got ghosts. That's a warning. So I hope, what I'm saying, he got her pregnant, but he don't need to be going anywhere by himself to pick up that baby. You know what I'm saying? They need to be meeting in a public spot. And they be doing stuff in a public place anyway. But you know what I'm saying? They need to have like her mama be the third party in this situation right there. Girl, it is. It is definitely too much. But he needs to be, her mama needs to be the third wheel, her auntie, or whoever, okay? And that's how they need to be exchanging with the children, okay? He need to keep these videos, okay, Nika? He need to keep these videos. And he need to go ahead and put himself on child support, okay? He need to take these videos. He need to take that on down to the courthouse. Cause basically, you know what I'm saying? She done already ill me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what he need to do. Go ahead and take that on down to the courthouse. Do what he need to do. He need to keep a restraining order on her. Like, for real. Okay, worldwide. Well, hit me up on Carmen Monroe 88. That's my IG. Um, and I used to stay off of 820 in Randall, well, near 820 in Randall Mill. But yeah, that's my IG. But I'm about to go ahead and what I'm saying, end this live. I appreciate everybody for coming by, coming through. Everybody that's gone, I appreciate y'all. Everybody dropping in the chat. I appreciate everybody. I'm about to go ahead and get myself yes, Pimp Tie, he do need to keep these videos. Shoot, get myself prepared. Should get my kids ready for bedtime and stuff like that. So until then, y'all stay safe and dangerous out here in these YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me tell y'all. This is what I'm gonna tell you. Stop fucking with these people off of YouTube. I'm telling you this because I done learned from experience, okay? I learned. Stop messing with these people off of YouTube. Man, let that shit go. You can't trust nobody. That is what I have to say. Move accordingly. But stop fucking with excuse me, stop messing with these people off of YouTube. Okay? Okay. Listen. Anybody listen. Keep your likes, your thoughts, your talks to yourself. Okay? Hell, you better go meet Janet down the street or something. You know what I'm saying? Mess with these people off of YouTube. Cause these people here ain't got nothing but time. Time to put some shit together, time to make some shit up. They got time. There's a lot of people who ain't got no jobs, ain't got nothing else to do. Come on now. They got time. So again, leave these people alone. Keep it pushing, keep it moving. Cause if you think your scandal ain't gonna get out, you know what I'm saying? It ain't even gotta be today or tomorrow. It's gonna come out. Okay? Take it from me. I done had too many of them try to come on here and out me and this and that. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I tell everybody I love them. I tell you exactly what you want to hear. That's just me. I'm just a nice person like that. But again, keep it pushing, y'all. Mm-hmm. Keep it pushing. But that's all I got to say to y'all. Salute y'all. Stay safe and dangerous. I hope y'all look at all this and y'all learn, you know what I'm saying, from all these scandals that's going on and know not to do that. Y'all may be messing with a real one if y'all already doing what y'all doing. Y'all may be messing with a real one. And I salute the real ones. I salute the real ones, okay? But y'all, salute. Bye, y'all.